You've probably had your fair share of experience with the bird scooters on campus, but a big question that you guys have is, how are they getting charged? We have that information for you next on Focal Point. We're on the scene of a fatal car accident where 2 are dead on the corner of Woodward and State Fair grounds. The vehicle here hit a utility pole, killing both the driver and the passenger in the front seat. Thousands of used pacemakers such as this one have been donated to the World Medical Relief Program for their My Heart, Your Heart program, giving people around the globe another chance at life. Lee has been talking to the city about this house since 2008. In 2012, it landed on the city's teardown list, and at that time, the city told him that the house would be torn down within the next 30 days. Picking up pet waste isn't the only way to preserve the trails in Meridian, which brings people together and connects the community. Paper materials with cleaning products and styrofoam like this cannot be composted, but scraps from meat like this can. For a city that's working to clean up its image, illegal dumping spots like this one are plaguing the streets, but Detroit police is working hard to fix it. A flock of never-before-seen birds are all over campus.
They're here. The birds have landed.
These birds are flying fast, but not in the sky.
They're really fun. They go like 15 miles an hour. You know, they're great.
Bird scooters are one of the newest ways that students are getting from class to class. But the question becomes, how are they getting charged?
That one's not ready for charge.
Mike Thompson is a bird catcher. His job? To round up all the scooters at night and charge them.
This is showing me all of the scooters that are available for pickup and for charge.
Mike uses the app to find where the birds have been dropped. The more he finds, the more money he gets.
I walk across the street and I get $10.50.
Thompson doubles as a delivery driver for Sparties, and he recognizes just how dangerous they can be.
And these kids are like flying in and out of traffic, and like moped scooters, like terrifies me that somebody's gonna get hurt.
Since the electric scooter craze started, there's been 2 reported deaths, none associated specifically with bird. This is why Mike stresses safety and respect for the scooters.
They can't throw them in a river. They can't leave them in. They got to ride safely. But I think it could be a good thing.
For Mike, it's become more than a job, but a family affair to pick up the bird droppings.
But it's always fun to get to do stuff with your family.
In East Lansing, Deja Green, Focal Point News. Is perfect for coffee, but this coffee comes with a conversation.
The more you talk about it, the more willing people are to become open about their own struggles.
Corbin's talking about suicide prevention.
We really try to tackle suicide and suicide prevention from all angles to make an impact.
Corbin got involved with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention after his brother died by suicide several years ago.
I've kind of found it to be sort of a cyclical process. The grief and the loss really helped motivate me to get involved.
Now he's working to help people like Rachel.
But then there's other days where you just miss them.
We'll get her. We'll save her. Let's go.
Rachel's husband died by suicide last May after receiving a text message about his work performance.
You know, and when you're a perfectionist, your mind can jump to those places. But had someone been called and not a text sent to him, we could have helped him.
But as a loss survivor, she finds a way to go on.
My kids, they're remarkable and they are so resilient. And every single day they laugh, they smile.
Because of their smiles, Rachel often assigns unusual homework assignments.
Part of their homework is to spend time with loved ones. And I think that is so important, that we don't stress our kids out and that we don't put so much on them that they need to get done that they forget what's important.
This comes on the heels of the death of Jude Algie, who completed suicide in December. Corbin just wants all of us to remember.
Absolutely. The very first step is to talk about it.
In Meridian Township, Deja Green, Home TV. A plate of patriotism, an opportunity for the community to say thank you to veterans who have served our country.
But we feel it's always appropriate to give back and
many ways as we possibly can to the community. And this is just an opportunity for us to do that.
Veterans were shown appreciation with a penning ceremony, lots of singing, and a gun salute.
I think, too often we kind of forget why we're here, why we have what we have, and I think it's very important to recognize the sacrifices that our veterans have made for us.
An Air Force veteran who served in New Guinea and the Philippines hopes programs like these are learning experiences.
Long time since I was in the service, and a lot of people don't know anything about it. So some of the younger people might learn something.
Some veterans may have served years ago. The goal is to never forget their service. In Meridian Township, Deja Green, Home TV. One of the biggest issues is how to clean up the bird droppings at the end of the day. I spoke to the man in charge of this mighty task.